Now, in a major controversy ahead of the Karnataka elections, posters have been put up outside some Hindu homes in the Bantwal region of Karnataka. These posters state, and I quote, that Congress is not allowed here, unquote. And this is apparently over alleged forced conversion of a Hindu girl from the area. Deepak Bopana is joining me live now for more on this story. Deepak, put this in perspective. Where exactly have these posters come up? What is the message that these houses, the owners of them, are trying to convey to the Congress party? What has happened?
Pretty very interesting, these posters that have come up. This is in Mangaluru's Bantwal region. Ramnath Rai is the MLA from the Congress here. About a little over a year ago, a girl named Ganeshri had, there were reports that she had eloped with a person and then she was also converted into Islam there, and she was taken to Kerala. At this point in time, while the family, of course, had a lot of issues with what was happening, it said that some of the Congress leaders in the area supported, the person who had actually helped this girl elope. And that's the reason the people in this village, and especially in this particular locality, are protesting. Several posters that have been put up outside their doors which says that the congressmen who had helped convert this girl and converted her, deceitfully, are not allowed here. We also have a girl child in our home, is the message that's put out. And anyone who's around there, any congressperson who's around there campaigning, gets to see this right outside the door of several homes in and around the Bantwal region.
Well, Deepak, is this a voluntary step from the people in that village, or is there a political connection to it?
Well, at this point in time, there could be possible political connections considering the elections around the corner. But, for people to have these posters outside the door, it would be quite bizarre if actually they would allow any, either the JDS or the BJP or any other party workers to actually put this, because this is right at your doorstep. And there would be other people who are walking in and walking out as well. So this looks like a serious concern among the residents there, and also anger among the people in this particular village.
So, Deepak, because these posters are in Kannada, if you can, translate them exactly for us, is this a specific message only for the Congress party and their workers not to come to these houses for campaigning?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, if I could read out here, it says Idu Hindu Mane, and it says that this is a Hindu home. And here they also go on to say that there is no place for any Congress workers here. And the residents here are suspecting the role of these Congress workers in the girl here eloping to Kerala, and also in the conversion, which they say was through means of deceit. And that's the reason they're saying, do not come here. We have a girl child in a house as well. That's the last line that's mentioned. And these are similar posters that are put up in homes in different parts of this locality. We'll really have to wait and watch how the Election Commission as well views this, and also how the Congress party really reacts to this, because it's interesting that they are right now clearly saying we don't want any Congress campaigns here, we don't want Congress leaders to come here and even put across any message to this locality, because they've cheated the people here.
Right. So is this in a way, we are also putting that out for our viewers in terms of, as our understanding of what has happened, is this in a way writing on the wall for the Congress party that their appeasement politics is actually now, hurting them badly?
Well, definitely, overall, in Mangaluru in particular, this has been a big bone of contention. There have been several people who protested. Now, be it the BJP, RSS, that's of course, we can consider it political. But even as far as Mangaluru is concerned, we've had people, residents in certain localities who protested against certain acts, and where we have seen Congress backing. Now, we've seen in the past several communal issues. This is alleged conversions are another issue that Mangaluru has been tackling. And here it clearly mentions there is no place for the congressmen who converted, Ganeshri by deceit. We have a girl child in a house. Now, this does suggest here that there is some sort of anger among the people, and they do believe that there was some sort of appeasement politics that played out, and also congressmen had a big role to play in this. So when you're talking about conversion, it's a big issue, especially in the coastal belt. And here, when you have a girl who had eloped to Kerala, and when you have the congressmen who had actually backed this entire situation, That's what the people here are expressing their anger over, and now during the time of elections, putting out such posters is sending out a clear and strong message to the Congress party and the leaders there.
Okay, Deepak, stay with me. I have activist John Dayal joining us on the phone line now. Sir, we are putting out this story from one of the villages in Karnataka, Bantwal village specifically, where people have put out clear messages conveying their message to the Congress party not to come to their houses for campaigning, because they feel that, and these are specifically Hindu households, they are saying that earlier it was some Congress workers who would help one of the girl child to escape, to elope, and that's why this is now a message for them that don't come to our houses. How do you look at this? Is this some sort of division in the society?
No, this is despicable. It's a message not to the Congress, but to the secular ethos of India. What are we going to have next? Walled villages and walled towns with separate Hindu wards and separate Christian wards? It is called Lebanization of India. This absolute polarization, I put it at the doorsteps of the political parties and specifically the Sangha Parivar.
Okay, sir, stay with me. I have senior journalist R. Rajgopalan also joining us now on the phone line. Sir, I'm sure you must have seen this story that we're putting out on Times Now about Hindu houses putting posters at their door asking specifically the Congress party not to campaign there because they believe that the Congress has a hand in the forceful conversion and elopement of one of the daughters in that village. So today, would you say that this is some sort of a appeasement politics of Congress party which has boomeranged, and now these people from this village are conveying a strong message to them?
This is a direct indictment on Rahul Gandhi and also on Siddaramaiah government, because for the last 5 years, they have been doing this type of politics. I don't agree with Mr. John Dayal because he is an activist and he is a supporter of one particular community. That is why he is saying that Sangh Parivar is doing. Sangh Parivar is not at all doing. And my point is, once you betray the type of sentiments of one section of the community, that is Hindus, obviously you will get this type of reception. It's a slap on Congress. It shows that that polarization is definitely taking place because Congress wanted to dabble in politics. You want the Lingayat community to be divided and Hindu community divided. During the election time, Siddaramaiah is doing all type of politics, and you still want that poster should not appear. My understanding is that Sangh Parivar or Hindus or whatever it is that Congress is not getting deep into them. That is the reason. It shows the hatred against the Congress. It shows that hatred against Siddaramaiah, negative voting, and it is going to be a major drubbing for Rahul Gandhi's campaign and Siddaramaiah's divisionary politics.
John Dayal, why are you only raising fingers at the policies and politics of RSS and the Sangh Parivar, as you were mentioning just a short while back? Why not look at the other side also? What they have done in the past, it's haunting them today.
No, both Mr. Rajgopalan and I, our ideological moorings are well known. It is not a secret that I support secularism and he does not support my concept of Nehruvian secularism. The point is, who is the one who is bringing in religion? The Lingayat issue is an issue of freedom of religion. The point about Yogi, when he comes, the point about Amit Shah, the point about Mr. Bhagwat, the point about Mr. Modi, is the total
the point on Lingayat issue was the origin because of Siddaramaiah, the chief minister, who happens to be from Congress. Why was he appeasing a certain community just before elections?
The demand for Lingayats as a minority community was not made by the Muslims or the Christians. It was raised by the Lingayats. So do you want to deny them freedom of faith like you have denied Dalits freedom of faith?
No. It is also about the timing of that decision to give Lingayats the minority religion status.
Why does Yogi come to Karnataka wearing his saffron robe?
You do not understand what is the ground reality.
Well, gentlemen, Mr. John Dayal, you're taking the debate to a different place right now. This is not something that we were discussing. We were talking about how the appeasement politics, the divisive politics of Congress party is today coming back to haunt them in terms of these messages which are very clear from the villagers of a place in Karnataka who are asking congressmen not to campaign in their area. I'll have to thank you both on that. Thanks very much, John Dayal and Mr. Rajgopalan, for joining us on the broadcast. And Deepak, if I can once again come across to you, in terms of the political affiliations in that area, what do we really know about, that place, the people in that area? Are they pro-BJP traditionally? Are they pro-Congress traditionally? And if this sentiment is so evident today against the Congress party, what does it mean in terms of coming elections?
Overall, this Bantwal is a sensitive region. We've seen several clashes break out in the last couple of years in this particular region. It has a mix of, people from various religions in this particular belt. But the Bantwal region, of course, comes under the constituency of the Minister Ramnath Rai, who's from the Congress. But we'll really have to wait and watch with so many issues in the last 1 year in terms of killings, in terms of conversions, in terms of communal violence, and how the Congress party has handled all of this. And now with such messages coming out to the fore, we'll really have to wait and watch whether the anger of the people is going to reflect in terms of votes in the coming elections.
Okay, so that remains to be seen. Deepak, thanks very much for tracking that story for us and giving us all the details.
The crucial battle for Karnataka will set the tone for 2019 general elections. Will the Karnataka election results turn the tables for the BJP and for the Congress? A fierce electoral battle that one cannot afford to miss. I'm Shabir Ahmed. Join me for all the latest updates on Mandate 2019 on Times Now.
Time for